what year did you notice how crack cocaine was like taking over to be like the #1 drug on the streets at the time?
When I left and went to Lawton in February 1st in 1990, and I came home like I think 10 or 11 months later, crack was in Eastport. Like I've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Within that year's time, I never seen crack until I came home. And still really didn't pay nobody. You know?
Yeah.
Drugs. That's what I'm looking at, right?
Mm-hmm.
I seen guys getting rich. Right? I wanted to be a part of that. Right? But my addiction wouldn't allow me to. I was living a falsified dream. Right? Which in turn made me a falsified man. Because I was trying to live out something when I know that chemical imbalance that I had wouldn't allow me to do so.
So let me ask you, when you kind of first started dibbling and dabbling for real into the harder drugs, were you trying to hide it at first, or you just really was doing your thing? You ain't really give a
Nah.
Yeah.
Because the era time in which we came in, all the big boys was getting high.
Small city, big dreams, turning dreams into reality. Now, who we sitting here today with?
My name is Delvin Johnson. Everybody knows me in Annapolis as JoJo or Scone. That's who I am.
Okay, so look, give us where you from in Annapolis?
Right here in Eastport, 940 S2. Born and raised here. This is where my past began.
Okay.
And where my process starts.
Mm-hmm. So how many siblings did you have in your household growing up?
It was just me and my sister, me and my older sister.
Okay. So was there any type of rules being enforced in your household?
Of course, growing up, my grandmother lived up on President Street as well, so our family was right here in Eastport. My mother ran a very strict household, and found my grandparents. Of course, grandparents ruled the households, whether you was in their house or not in those times, right? So we was, my grandparents were very disciplinary people. Taught us that we knew right from wrong, understood right from wrong from a young age.
Yeah.
So that's where we grew up, So everything was good growing up.
So during this time, what was school like for real for you?
I was a person who could do my schoolwork. I just made a conscious decision not to. If it was basketball season, I did what I had to do to play ball. While we grew up in Columbia at this time, we had left Annapolis. So I did what I had to do to play ball. All after that, man, I wanted to live my own way.
Yeah.
I didn't want to follow the rules any longer.
Yeah.
So, it took me for a turn in life.
So you were saying that you came to Annapolis from Columbia?
No. I'm from Annapolis. We moved to Columbia.
You moved to Columbia?
Yes, Mata Harbor.
Okay. So was there a reason behind the family kind of moving from Harbor House to Columbia?
Yes, my mother started working in the Division of Corrections. She started working down at Brock Bridge up in Howard County. Well, on a Howard County, Anne Arundel County line. So she moved us to Columbia to be closer to work.
Okay. Yeah, so now she was a correctional officer, you saying?
Yes.
So did you really kind of understand what her job was?
Absolutely. As a young age, my mother used to take me to the jail as a kid. Go in there and play ball and things like the little jail was kind of loose then.
Yeah.
My mother had a little rank there. She was a sergeant at that time, so guys respected her. So, guys made sure I was good. Mm-hmm. But I ended up going into my mother's job with her at work to being an inmate in that same job, in that same facility. Mm. So
hold that thought. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Sure enough. Now, so at this time, really kind of growing up as a kid, give me some history on like the segregated laws for real that you can kind of remember.
Well, really wasn't too much segregated laws for us. Growing up in Eastport was family. Wasn't too many rules and regulations because we was governed by the neighborhood. It wasn't just governed by a parent. Mm-hmm. So you knew exactly what not to do. If I lived on that side of the street, if I came over here, it was 5 parents over here that would tell you, you know what you're doing, boy, and there was a consequence behind your action. So we really didn't have that segregation, right? We was all one family. from, as I said, my grandmother lived on President Street. So from Eastport Terrace to Harbor House, I could freely go through the neighborhoods, you know, and you had parents there who would look out for us and make sure we were good. Yeah. And I'm a firm believer still today, man, that it doesn't take one household to raise a child. It takes a neighborhood to do so.
That's a fact. Yeah. So what were some things that you kind of picked up from home that you took out into the world?
Respect. Respect was a must for our elders, for the people that lived in this community. We respected them all, respected our elders wholeheartedly. Some of the tools of learning right from wrong, you know, and choices. Because though we were taught right and wrong, we still have those choices.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, you know, I was taught it, but did I follow that path all the time? No. And there was a consequence behind it.
Yeah. So give me a time you experienced a situation dealing with racism that you didn't really notice at that time, but you kind of understand what it is today, though, for real.
As far as racism, I didn't experience racism until I moved to Columbia. Columbia was the inner city of Columbia was fine because there was a lot of interracial relationships. But once you start to go out to Howard County, that was the first time I ever experienced racism. You know, it was the first time outside of my own race, I was called a nigga. Yeah. You know, as a child, you really don't understand it. But once you grow up and understand, you know, the history of it, that's when it starts to take a toll on you, man, because it brings, I'm not gonna use the word hate, but dislike for the other race, right? And that's really not how I was brought up. You know, but like I said, I've never experienced it in Tyler Heights. We had Caucasian kids in our class and we all played together. Yeah. So I didn't experience that until we moved to Howard County.
So give me a childhood memory of you and your sister for real that you'll never forget.
My sister helped me out on the bus up here on the corner when I was fighting because she could fight better than me. So, you know, that's simple black and white. Yeah. Right? You can never get that butt when you take it to your sister to help you out, man.
Yeah, shout out sis. Yeah.
Right. So, well, I won't talk about that today, man, but, you know, yeah, that's probably one of the best memories, man. You know, you getting whipped and sis come and put them dukes on me, and they run about there. You know, so that's one of my great memories, man, my sister.
So now you transition to your teenage years for real. What's life like for you at this point?
Well, this is when my darkest moments came. My mother had become an addict. And I don't blame her for my transition. The transition that I made. Yeah. Right? I use that as an excuse to leave out. I was 16. I wanted to not follow the rules. I wanted to be my own man. I thought I was growing. I started to smell myself. So using her addiction as a stepping stone for me to step out here in the streets. Yeah. And I used that and I blamed her for many years. Right? So once I made that and I came back here to Annapolis, came back to Eastport, it was, you know, it was whatever. I was grown. I was a man. Yeah. You know, I didn't have to follow the rules. You know, and I came out here, you know, was embraced by the big homies from out here, you know, because we all grew up together. You know, my grandparents still didn't allow that. So what I did was, when I stepped outside their house, I was a different person. I put a different mask on. Yeah. Until I came back up them steps. Then I had to take that mask off. Because they wasn't having it, right? Yeah. But that was my earlyhood transition to want to be a part of the streets.
So I heard you say you blamed her. Yeah. Kind of. So where your relationship stand at to this day?
Oh, to them, even doing that, me blaming her, my mother's always my heart.
Yeah.
That's my favorite girl. And I say that, man, openly because no matter what she was at in her life, you know, she always did her best by me. You know, and I've been in prison many years off and on. And it's not but one woman who's never left me. Yeah. And that was my mother. So she's still my heart. You know, even through her trials and tribulations in life. You know, we were taught to love our mothers and never disrespect them.
That's a fact, yeah.
So no matter what she went through, and I use that blame for my own personal reasons. Not blaming a hater or dislike her or not love her. I use that for my personal reason as an excuse to go out and do what I wanted to do.
Okay. So now thinking back now for real, what was the gang activity like though, back when you was growing up for real?
We didn't have gangs.
Okay.
Bottom line, you was with your neighborhood. That's not a gang. You know, we didn't have what you call run around like I told you what to do and all that type stuff. We didn't do that. We were together when we was going to another hood playing sports. When we was going to the go-go. We was going to the Truxton Park pool. We were together doing everything, right? And that's not a gang. That's love within your neighborhood. We didn't have a piece of paper to tell us the format of what you can do and what you can't do and all that. We didn't have that. We just had a love, unity of our neighborhood. So, of course, if you had a love of your neighborhood, one of your brothers fighting, you got his back. So gang activity wasn't happening in my era time. You know, even the day was crazy that you asked me that. Been in prison a lot of years, off and on. And I see guys from Annapolis coming in and join the BGF and the Bloods, right? It's fine, that's your choice. I'm not neither organization. But what I'm saying is when you come back home, you with your neighborhood. It's that simple. You don't go to Baltimore or DC with them. You right with your neighborhood. Because that's not the activity that's in Annapolis. You know, that we about neighborhoods in Annapolis. You to be honest, you can't change that. You grow up, you grow to love people as you grow up. And if they're a part of your neighborhood, I mean, y'all will grow up on. But it's the older brothers who continue. This is one of the reasons why when you're talking about that gang activity, I speak to Delvin, Government brothers openly about this, right? Those kids just didn't come out there doing what they do. We laid the blueprint, we just laid it differently, right? When we was neighborhood fighting, right? The next generation, they start neighborhood busting heads. The next generation start neighborhood shooting guns. See, if you don't change what you do, how can you expect somebody else to not do some of the things that they're doing?
That's fine,
So, you know, we don't like to take self-accountability and responsibility for some things. We know better than them.
So let me ask you, how many years have you given the system throughout your life?
Started going to prison in '89. I came home in 2020. The longest I've been home since then, straight, was probably 2 years. 02 to 04, but I was still out there in the midst of the struggle.
Did y'all hear what he just said? I don't think y'all heard him. One more time. You say you went, 89 is when you went into the system.
My first time. And the last day I walked out of WCI was 2015. So in between them, I only spent longest I stayed home was 2 years, 02 to 04. And it wasn't always, I was over the detention center for a year. I catch a small bit, 2 years of going in, and I never gave myself a chance. So most of my life was spent in active addiction or in prison.
So let me ask you, when and how were you introduced to narcotics?
I was introduced to narcotics, man. We was 14, 13, you know, and I'm gonna use alcohol because alcohol is a drug. We would get the guy was on sitting by the store. This was Sankey's years ago. Give him $2-3. He go in there and get us some Milwaukee Best. So, you know, we 14, boy, you got a Best, you feeling good. Got a case of them things, we done put together $6.14. I can tell you what it costs. Right? And we put them back. We go by the wall with the big boys. You know, we playing basketball over here for Showtime, so we thought we was big, you know. So and gradually we graduated from Milwaukee Best of Schlitz Mall Liquor Board. So then we started graduating to marijuana. Then when I smoked PCP, marijuana was dead for me.
Yeah.
That is my true drug of choice.
Okay.
Then, during my years, I was introduced to cocaine. We thought we was the big boys. I realized 7 years or so into that, really wasn't me. But then I found my true love, heroin. And man, you know, when I say that was my true love, people won't be honest about their addiction. I didn't like getting high, I loved it. Right? I loved what it did to me.
Yeah.
I loved how it made me feel. I loved how it made me interact.
Yeah.
But then I also realized I was a goddamn fool. Right? Because I was I was a fool. Right? People wasn't laughing with me, they were laughing at me. Right? Because that's the mind-altering substance and what it had done to me. It made me act an ass.
Like I said, when you said it, I see a fire in your eyes and like a passion. You feel what I'm saying behind what you're saying, though. You feel me? Like, yeah, sure enough. So, what year did you notice how crack cocaine was like taking over to be like the #1 drug on the streets at the time?
When I left and went to Lawton in February 1st of 1990, and I came home like I think 10 or 11 months later. Crack was in Eastport. Like I'd never seen it. Within that year's time, I'd never seen crack until I came home. And still really didn't pay no mind. You know?
Yeah.
Drugs. That's what I'm looking at, right? I seen guys getting rich. Right? I wanted to be a part of that. Right? But my addiction wouldn't allow me to. I was living a falsified dream, right? Which in turn made me a falsified man. Because I was trying to live out something when I know that chemical imbalance that I had wouldn't allow me to do so.
So let me ask you, when you kind of first started dibbling and dabbling for real into the harder drugs, were you trying to hide it at first, or you just really just doing your thing? You ain't really give a fuck.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because the era time in which we came in, all the big boys was getting high.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So you wanted to fit in with them. I didn't care what the people out there thought.
Yeah.
The big boy had the narcotics. Right. So, no, I didn't. It was just unfortunate because I had some good people in my corner, man. Some good brothers. And man would give me the world, man, and try, even though we were in the game at that time, they wanted me to come on that side with them.
Right.
You know, I was always a good dude, man. Guys love me, man. In my neighborhood, man, I'm loved in my neighborhood. Not because I was a killer or anything, or any of that nonsense, because I was genuine, right? Those, we grew up together, man, and they know who I really was, right? So, you know, there's guys, man, who really, man, try to, man, guide me in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, some guys would tell me, man, no, man, you supposed to be playing ball. That's supposed to be out here with us. You know, so that's just what it was, man.
You gonna shout them guys out right now? Who were some of them gentlemen that always try to keep you on that straight path? You know what I mean? We gotta give them their flowers, man.
Well, first of all, man, brother Troy X, man.
Okay.
And then I call my heart, man, his older brother, my brother Hess, man. You know, it's like I look at him as, man, like my mentor, my big brother. You know what I mean? I can go to him with anything, man. Skits, Wayne, man, younger than me, man, black. You know, these guys, man, was like more so, come on, man, like they showed me tough love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I needed something of importance, they had my back. If you need something for some bull crap, get it how you live. You know what I mean? So you gotta respect that, man. You gotta respect that, man. So, you know, and I still talk to these guys today, man. And but today our conversations are different.
Right.
See, because my conversation then was me coming because I know you had a few pennies, right? I need a few. So I'm gonna come over here, boy, shoot the bobo, and say, let me get $40 when I'm leaving. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But today my conversation is about, man, help me educate myself to help better myself, right? And that's what we talk about today, man. So that's the difference in our conversations.
So a ballpark figure, how many people do you know throughout your years as being the addict that has passed away?
Can't count them. It's but I will say this. When I got sentenced to my 10 years in 2015, during that time, man, I never seen that many people drop of overdose, right? That's one of the biggest reasons why I don't use today. I don't use because I'm scared to use, right? I don't want my legacy to say my father died of an overdose, right? And that's, one of the reasons, man, that I had to sit down, shut up, and listen to some suggestions from people. I called Vel, not just because he here, we talk regularly.
Yeah.
I don't mind. See, I don't have that image problem today where I can call a man younger than myself, right? I'm going to call people, regardless of how old you are, whether you're a male or a female. If people can help me be a better me, man, I'm all with it, because I know the people I used to call, right? I was playing Russian roulette with my life.
Yeah.
Because I was only going to call you for one reason, boy, where you at? That's it.
Yeah.
Today I call, man, I talk to guys, man, about life, man, and how to continuously live my life the way I'm living it today.
So now, what type of effect did your drug use have on your family?
Well, listen, man, especially my children, man. I wasn't a father. I was a father in name only. I wasn't one who straddled the fence, right? I was 2 feet in the street, right? I didn't have time to spend my money on tennis shoes and toys for the kids, right? See, I can't lie about who I was, right? Because my lifestyle only put me right here on these bricks, right? My money had to go to, try to juggle up some money to get some more, and juggle up some money to get some more. I wasn't making no money. I was paying Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's what it was, man. I stopped using cocaine, man, in 97. That was the last usage. Any kind of form of fashion. Not November 97, right? And from there, like I said, I started using heroin, man. So I would fake it like I'm gonna sell big cocaine. Right? Faking is the key word in that. And because all I did was buy 8 ball or 3 grams for 100. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And try to flip it to keep buying me a half gram of blow. So I wasn't making nothing. You know what I mean? I was in the way out there for real.
Yeah.
And that's just what reality, man.
So out of all your years like running around in Annapolis in the streets, when would you say you saw that its worst time though?
My worst time was for me was 2014, man. I came home in July of 2014. I started using in September. I caught a fresh charge in December. In my last usage, I was in tears. And I was in tears using. I was tired. I was in pain. I felt like I let not just everybody, I felt like I let myself down again. People that put their trust back in me, and I burnt that bridge again, right?
Yeah.
So in 14, man, like the enjoyment had run its course. I was tired. This is one of the main reasons I come into the neighborhoods on a regular basis, man. People say, why he always in the neighborhood when he getting high? But that none of that matters to me what they think, right? Because I know, but most importantly, God knows. I got uninterrupted clean time, right? So I come here, man, because I remember being in the neighborhoods crying out for help, but wouldn't nobody be here to help me, man. And I come in, man, Val called me, man, we need to get somebody in the program. You never know when you walk through the difference is, for me today, I go through the neighborhoods, I don't hang in them. That's the difference, right? So you never know when you walk through, somebody see you, man, and say, man, Scone, man, I'm ready, right? And when they do, man, I make a quick call. Brother, call me, get him out of here, man. See, I can't forget where I come from, right? Because I always remember I'm but one bad decision from being right back where I started. So you can't forget the good men that's still in here crying out for help.
Yeah.
I'm not one who's gonna sit out here and talk to people and lie to them and play a whole bunch of dumbass games with them, trying to get $1 for a program when you don't come in the heart of the neighborhood to see the pain of what these people go through.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I was that person. So that's how I am, man.
So how that make you feel though, bro? As far as what you just said, when they see you, they say, "Stone, I'm ready." You know what I'm saying?
Man,
they ready for that change. Like, how that make you feel to know where you came from to, you know what I'm saying, today, man? That's big.
Absolutely. The biggest thing is, man, that they trusted me. Right?
Yeah.
You know, coming in, when you're getting high, you have trust issues. People don't trust you, man. You're an addict. Right? But today with these guys, man, they call me or they see me, and I'm talking about active addicts.
Yeah.
Tell me, man, say, it's gone, man. Don't come back out here with us, man. We're proud of you, man. Right? That is a feeling, man, that when it goes over your home, right? Like, for real, it's like, man, these dudes I got high with telling me, boy, we love you and stay out here, man. Don't come back with us. Then you got people, right? It's so hurt. It's a hurtful feeling, right? When you got people who just don't, they know you of you, know you used to get high. The first thing they say is, oh, he probably gonna get high again. Like, man, when do we stop putting our foot on each other, man?
Yeah.
But you'll say that and then go to other people say, yeah, I'm with this. It's time for these guys. But when you see a dude who's sincere about this thing, I got a passion about this shit, man. Y'all put me down because I'm not a person who usually, I don't want to be in the front line. All I want to do is play my part. And my part is coming through these neighborhoods when them guys see me, man, and say, man, Stone, man, I'm ready. And I had a couple of them. And without hesitation, I make the call. But I tell them, don't come in my face playing.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you want some help and tell me come back and see me Monday and the day Wednesday. You bullshit. Because if you want help, you want it now. We ain't got to wait for it.
Yeah.
I'm never going to tell you wait till Tuesday.
Yeah.
You want it Monday, I'm going to get you in the program Monday. It's that simple.
So now, looking back now, as far as the living conditions in the communities here in Annapolis, what's different nowadays and back then when you was coming up for real?
Living conditions, man. To be honest with you, man, ain't no difference, man. It's been a struggle. It's a struggle from different households.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can remodel the inside of the apartment, but you would never remodel the inside of the home. And I mean by me saying that, I mean the people. You change some stoves and some refrigerators, but you have not changed in that direction with the people that live in the home. See, that's my biggest thing is, man, we remodel the outside, but the inside is still filthy dirty. Right? And I say that openly because there's so many people that say they want to change the direction of the neighborhoods, right? But how can you change the direction of the neighborhood when you never walk inside the neighborhood? You come through when the cameras are rolling, when it's time for you to get a vote, right? But we talking about being here on a daily basis and see the struggle, man, of these communities, man. When we talk questions, I don't really talk about, the living conditions. The living conditions been tough. They had roaches and everything in Harbors when I was living here. Ain't nothing changed about that. Ain't nothing changed about that. You put a new balcony on it. I mean, nothing has changed. You got central air now. Okay, I mean, you know what I mean? So nothing has changed. But the living conditions for me are the people, man.
Yeah.
The living conditions are the people, man. We talk. I talked to Hess. I talked to Troy. I talked to Wayne, numerous brothers, man, about people always saying, man, we got to get these kids, right? My favorite saying is, before you can take it to the child, you must first remember who raised them, right? And I don't mean that in a negative way.
Yeah.
You got some ladies out here, man, who've been through some traumatic times in life, man, right? And they don't know how to get out. Some of them are very promiscuous, right? Some of them, man, have been hurt over and over and over. So they don't even know how to love their own children, right? We as men degrade these women, right? We step into their homes, love on them, but not love them, right? And now that brings the hurt on the child. It's an emotional scar, right? That can sometimes irreparable. How well do I know? I'm not talking about nothing that I'm hearing. This is from lived experience. Right? This is from lived experience. So when we start to change the condition, right? We got to change the condition of the parents first.
Yeah. So let me say, how many times would you say you went to a program and came home and relapsed?
Wait, how many times you want me? Hey, we got to get a chart for that one, man. Right? I can't count them all. I really can't, man. I went to numerous programs. Numerous programs, man. Sometimes one day, sometimes 3 hours. Right? Sometimes 4 months. I done went to so many, right? Because I really wasn't ready. I was trying to do it for everyone else but me.
Okay.
When I went in, man, prison, when I quit this 10 years, October 28th, 2015, I made a conscious decision that I was done. I was done, home. I was broken. And they say, when you reach your bottom, right, that's bull crap. Ain't no bottom. You just keep going further and further and further into that hole. It's a bottomless pit. Yeah, it's never ending, man. You just keep going, taking yourself further and further and further and further down, right? Until you find a time in life where I can honestly say I thank Judge Murphy. Humbly thank him, right? Because not only did he save my life, right? He helped me rebuild a new life. Without that 10 years, man, I'd be dead in them streets because I didn't use drugs, I abused them. Right? So when he gave me that tent, man, when I got over the tent center, I had smoked some narcotics in the jail. I was gonna be here. I ain't gonna be here, right? So I took some drugs. I went to court, laced up, right? And I remember getting over to jail, and I got a young lady who worked there give me the medical. I'm ducking A1. 2 days later, she put me down to D2. I took a half a gram of blow, no more about a gram, spread across the bone, snipped half of it, told me y'all had a rest. I was done. Right there. Right there, I was done, right? Had a few strips that I took in there, sold them. Told him, I said, man, I'm laying on this floor. I don't want no food. I want none of that. Leave me alone. Right? That's where I laid at from one Wednesday to the next. I went to JCI at the time. Went to sell a young brother, man. A young brother, man, named Face him out of DC, man. He had 75 years, man. Little brother coming in, man. He saw it in my eye. He said, oh, man, what you feeling bad? I said, yeah, boy. I never forget the brother get off his bottom bunk, said, oh, go ahead, lay down. Every day for about 3 days, he brought me some broth. Till I built myself up, man. Got up, man. Couple good homeboys was there, the TSC going on, because they would come to see me, see the little food down there. Got up, man, got my shot together. And I prayed, man, got back into my dean. Started praying, man, and asking the Lord to take that taste out of my heart and out of my mouth, right? So that was my last usage, right? I started hanging with the different people in prison. See, because I ran with the boys who was sniffing heroin, right? Why would I run with a guy who on a dean, right? When they ain't getting high, right? So I started hanging with my brothers, man, who was really serious about Islam. I started studying my deen. I started implementing my deen in my daily walk. And I got down and offered sincere tawbah, meaning that I asked the Lord, when you pray that sincere tawbah means to never commit these acts again, right? And I come home and I follow that, man. I stand on it, man. We always say we stand 10 toes down, right? So today I stand 10 toes down, man, what I believe in, man. And that is, man, that I know me. People ask me, man, boy, you don't want to drink? I asked a brother one time, I said, man, tell me what value that drink will have on my life. Like, huh? I say, right, you can't answer. So why should I pick up a drink? I'm all right when I go out, man, and drink some water or Coke soda. I'm cool. I'm all right with that, right? Because everything that you're doing, I've already done. I know what alcohol tastes like. I know what dope feel like. I know what Coke feel like. I know what PCP feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've already done it, man. But what I've never done is live life on life terms the way I do today, man. And my life has changed tremendously.
So what's different for you this time that's keeping you on a straight and narrow path though? Like
my love for my God, number one.
Okay.
Love for my God, number one, right? Number two, I met a good female in my life, man, who supports me, right? I did that, man, and I got a group of guys, like my brothers is my foundation, man. Like I got a phone, right? That I pay the bill today. You know, I ain't got the government phone, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I pay the bill today, man. Right. And I scroll through it, man, and I can pick any one up that's gonna give me some advice, man. And I'm not scared to pick up the phone when I'm going through something. See, I'm gonna pick up the phone and call, man. They don't even know why I'm calling.
Right.
I just know when I do call them, they're gonna give me some food for thought. That's gonna redirect where I was going. Right? And it's real simple for me. I don't have a problem with it. Because I know that the foundation of guys that I have in my corner is keeping it's working. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't broke, why I fix it? It's working. I've been home 2 years. 2 years, man. I have not drank or drug. We're not talking the jail time, even though I count my jail time because I got high, I came home with dope habits. But what I'm talking about is out here where things are moving 24 hours a day. It's easy access to it. You see what I'm saying? And I don't, man. I just don't, man. And like I say, man, I have a solid foundation from my God. Me and my sisters, man. My older sister and my younger sister, they got my back. I got the love of my children again. Right? I had to sit them down and ask them, man, look, this is the one time, man, that y'all can say whatever y'all got to say to me. Right? Cuss, I got to eat it. I got to own it. Cuss me out, I got to own it. Right? I was a shitball as a father. You want to tell me that, tell me that. This only goddamn time you'll get that time. You know what I'm saying? We can do that 2 or 3 times. Right? And but man, honestly, they really told me how they felt. And it was very hurtful. But I sat there and I ate it. You know what I'm saying? Because the only way for us to move forward in life is I had to let them regurgitate their pain. I had to sit down with my mother and regurgitate my pain. Right? And now it has made us better than what we were. You know what I mean? I show up for my kids today, man. From 37 down to 16, I show up. They call daddy, man. Depending upon the older ones, what it is, they talking $200-300. When you pay me back? See, that's what I gotta know first, because I want them. My son, man, played professional football. Who don't know that, right? And yet the biggest thing, he really don't call me too much for money, but what he calls me for is advice. That's priceless. You see what I'm saying? My kids call me for advice today. It's kind of difficult dealing with your daughters, man, because sometimes I cringe when they be asking, like, oh my God, you asking daddy this? But I understand I also have to be their friend and not just their father. See, because at least they confide in me enough to call me and help them go through their situations in life, right? So, I love it today, man. I do. I love my life today, man. I do. I love what I do today in the communities. I'm not a put me on the paper type man. I'm gonna get the job done type man. Right? I don't need the publicity, man. See what I'm saying? I don't do this for $1. I do this because I care. I do this because it's my passion, but most important, I do it because I had lived experience in it. Right? And I love it.
So how did your involvement with Small City Big Dreams come about?
Man, I've been involved with Small City Big Dreams before Small City Big Dreams got started, right? It's my man, Jack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. And when I got home, man, nephew reached out to me. He said, man, I got this thing started, man. You a part of this?
Yeah.
Right. Hey, man, look. My nephew see enough in me to want me to be a part of something, man. He must see something in me that I'm doing the right thing. So, man, when he called, man, I'm here. You know what I mean? When he called, I'm there. It's no questions asked. It's not about where it's at, when it's at. All I need you to do is give me the direction. I'm there. One of the things that Small City Big Dreams has done for me is open doors. It brought me down to a backpack for children giveaway and introduced me to a counselor. And me hearing her, right? And I'm listening, like, wow, this is what Small City Big Dreams is doing for people. It's changing lives, right? Yeah. It's changing lives, man. And that's the first time in my life that I've ever talked to a counselor. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's big. Why? Because now she knows my name. Two, she knows my plan. So that means when she hear my name and hear my plan, she gonna say, oh, I remember him from the Delvin with Small City Big Dreams. Let me pick some interest into this thing.
Tell me what you got coming up.
Oh man, hey man, I'm with Miss Tony Strong Pratt, man. She's made me one of the assistant directors of the MBK, My Brother's Keepers program, man. It's a program designed to help guys, man, redirect their lives, man, which is very big for me. But my pet is getting my own halfway house open. I got the brothers, man, out there, man, you know, giving me direction and my LLCs and all the things that I need to get done, right? And I got brothers that every time they talk to me, say, man, stop talking about it, man. Get it done. So now, man, let me tell you how God works, man. I was working at the food bank for 2 years. Love the food bank. Love the people there. It was just a little misunderstanding between me and the CEO. I have no dislike for. It was just her and I didn't see eye to eye on some things, right? So we mutually split, you know, we had to go separate ways, right? But I think a lot of the day that I'm fortunate enough, right? As soon as I left, right? 3 people called me about looking at some properties, right? So I kept saying that I was gonna leave to focus on my brand, right? Because I still have a night job. I work 2 jobs and I work in a treatment facility as well. And so when the Lord opened my eyes for that, man, I said, see, man, when God opened doors for you, if you don't step through them, he'll shut them in your face.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So he gave me my last chance. Said, okay, look, I'm gonna help you out a little bit. So now I'm following that path, man. I'm going back to God Denzel to work.
What's the name of your organization?
Delvin D. Johnson Foundation.
That's what I was trying to say.
The Delvin D. Johnson Foundation, man. It's designed of helping people. It's going to be an umbrella with various different things, like halfway houses, community outreach, right? We just trying to get back, man. You know, I'm not just one who say we're gonna target the youth, right? Right. Because a lot of people say that, but they target it's a broad umbrella, man. When you say that, you go out and get the 8, 9, and 10-year-old. 18, 19, 16, they youth too, right? But a lot of people won't go and target them. They feel like they lost causes. Some of them just want a hug, man. Some of them just want a hug, man. Some of them want a way out, right? But a lot of people are too cowardly to go in and see, because they think you're one with an iron fist and say, man, put that gun down. Man, stop playing. When I go to them guys, I gotta have a plan. Because if you're gonna take something from them, you must do what? Replace it with something.
Yes, sir.
And not a dream. Not a dream, man. When you was talking about the conditions, bro, some of these young guys out here, man, out in the streets, man, because their brothers and sisters, they hungry. Mommy's an addict. Or mommy don't spend the right time, or mommy's breaking her back working 2 and 3 jobs. See, the sisters ain't all doing bad. Sometimes it's a struggle. So the oldest brother do what? I gotta help moms out. if we give them something to replace that with, and I ain't talking about no, man, give them a part-time job washing dishes. At least they bringing something to the table and they feel like I'm helping my mom. Can't always talk about we have this plan and thinking man, how many times, years we've been hearing about plans? Come with the solution. Right? And then, man, maybe we can get these kids working in the right direction, man. Can't always put a football helmet and a basketball in the hand.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's bigger than that, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially the direction where the world going at
Absolutely.
today anyways.
Absolutely.
It's a fact. It's a fact. So what's some advice you would give to someone looking for help today?
Ask for it. It's simple. And really, man, listen, people look too deep into that question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, where do we listen? Ask for it. Now, when you ask for it, if you want sincere help, you gotta listen to it. Listen. Right? Just like still me today, I gotta listen to people to help me live my life. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm 53. I have never lived life on like terms. So when I go through a stumbling block, I listen, man. I listen. Hey, man, let's go hold. You move too fast right here, man. Take care of this, and then call me back when that's done. My guys, don't tell me take care of this, because they know, man, put too much on my shoulder, man. I'm gonna come back out here where it's easy at. Real talk. So they tell me, man, take care of this, man. You gotta listen and take it one day and one step at a time.
I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna say this. You can go take it somewhere after I say it.
Right.
We're gonna leave it right here. Now, a mental war is way stronger than a spiritual war. You can't see neither one.
Facts. Facts. Dealing with the mental and dealing with the spiritual, man. You know, we look at spiritual as a beautiful thing. If you're connected. Some people look at spiritual thing as a bad thing because they've been disconnected. Right? Mental can go either way. Right now, man, my mental is at an all-time high. But I've been with my mental at an all-time low.
Yeah.
So it's facts. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
You can take even one up high, you can take even one up down low. Right? But for me, man, my mental is where it's supposed to be. My spirituality is where it's supposed to be. Because for me, they go hand in hand. My spiritual connectment can keep me mentally focused. Right? That's where I'm at in my life, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Right? Just to have, like, just doing this, right? Just doing this, man, I cut off some things for the day. Right? Brother told me one day this week, I already knew whatever I was ready to do, I'm not doing. Right? Me and my baby was out, you know, and I said, you gotta drop me off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, but the thing about it is she respects what I do. Because had I not done this, what she wanted to do, she wouldn't have been happy.
Yeah.
Because I'm only happy when I'm serving my people, man. I'm only happy, man, when I'm doing the work of God, I'm understanding my people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know, just for this 1 hour, you kept me clean. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
And now when he call her and leave back about him. Right? That shit's something for me, man. I don't complicate my life today, man. So, man, look, I thank y'all, man. Man, humbly, thank y'all. Thank y'all for this, man, opportunity, man, because, man, I love it, man. I'm here whenever you need me. All you gotta do is call, man. Doesn't matter, man. I'll leave my work to serve my people, man. Because, man, helping them helps me on a daily basis. That's what I'm at, man.
I just want to give you your flowers, bro. I appreciate you taking your time out and coming, sitting down with us.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man.
Now, so you got any social? How can people get in contact? You got an email? You got a Facebook? How can we get in
Man, yeah, I'm on
contact?
Facebook, man. But let me tell you this. My daughter set that thing up, man. I don't know about the name on that job. You know? But I do got an email, DelvinTJohnson@gmail.com, right?
Okay.
I don't know how to share and all that stuff. All I know is I got a Facebook home.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Mm-hmm.
My babies put it up. I love to see people on it. I go on it sometimes. But for all that bull crap with it,